morning. We're live. We're live and alive. How's everybody doing? As the title of this video states, sometimes you need a break from paradise. And, you know, I still say, if you're a tourist, Thailand is paradise. If you live here, that's a different story. It's a good place, but it's still not paradise. And if you watch the video yesterday that I put up, which was prompted by a letter from a guy who was asking about pollution and what effects it has here, and what do I think about it, and should he come here because of the pollution. Pollution's a real problem everywhere, and I air pollution especially, but all kinds of pollution, noise pollution. I don't know, if there's any way around it unless you're born somewhere where pollution is at a minimum, or if you have the money to say, I'm going to immigrate and go somewhere else. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about, like I said, sometimes you need a break from the place you stay, and it's like if you live in the Philippines, you think Filipinos don't need a break from the Philippines? You don't think they'd like to get out of the Philippines for a while on a holiday? If you're in Bali, you don't think that the Balinese want to get out once in a while? Or here in Bangkok or in other parts of Thailand, that people don't want to get out and just escape for a little while? Wow, Dowlo, I can't believe it. You get brownie points, man. How you doing? I really don't want this to be a negative stream. I don't want it to be a negative stream, but it's just and this is the thing. Some people may take some things as being negative. Oh, you're talking about pollution. That's such a negative. No, it's real, man. This is the thing. You can't handle the truth. Bangkok especially, extremely polluted. Thailand, polluted. And it's funny because I was listening to a little clip from Bill Burr, who I like a lot. Most of the time I can stomach his stuff in large quantities. But he's got these little clips out, and there was some guy that wrote him and said, "Does size really matter?" So immediately I'm laughing because I know it's going to be a good. But what happens is he talks about it, and hey, buddy, you're going to have to just, like I guess this girl said, "Oh, I wish you had a big one," and the guy was like, "I don't know what to do. I'm devastated." His girlfriend said that to him. This place, I should have went to the other Cafe Amazon, but it's in the opposite direction from here, and this is really easy for me to get to where I need to go today. This is what I mean. We're living in zombie land. It's like somebody's standing next to their car and the alarm goes off. And they just have to push the button, but they just stand there. That's what I feel like. We're in zombie land here. Everybody's moving in like robots, like zombies. Anyway, he's talking about, the size of his schwanza and all this. Bill Burr is like, get rid of the chick because she's mean. Get rid of her. It's okay that she wants one that's bigger, but she doesn't have to tell the guy and demean the guy. Oh, you've got a little pecker, But he started talking to his wife, and she was saying, he said, if you had dumped me, if you were to dump me, and I was to go out, would I go into the usual scene and hang out with the boys and be trying to use my bad lines to pick up chicks? And so his wife is like, oh, well, you didn't really seem to have any problem getting me. And he said, that's because I've bombed so many times that, I knew I better not try certain things with you. And then he turned it back around on her and said, listen, as a woman, you have no game. I think there were separate clips. Anyway, he says, as a woman, you have no game. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, it's the truth. Women, all women have to do is say, hey, big boy, you're cute. Why don't you come up and see me sometime? And that's all it takes. With a man, most men, that's not, it's not quite that easy. Hey, baby, want to go upstairs and have a little fun? The girl will be like, who the fuck are you? There are rare occasions, of course. If you're a stunningly handsome man, which I am not. But he's talking about that, and he's talking about how easy women have it. And really, when you think about it, there's this argument, oh, well, they give birth to the kids. They give birth to our kids. What does she do for me? She's the mother of your children. That kind of argument. Yeah, but the thing is that men are grinding it out day in and day out, getting rejected literally hundreds of times in a year. Most guys, if they're a young man, they're getting rejected all the time. And once in a great while, the girl will go, oh, yeah, okay, I'll give in. And that's a success. So, the guy's got like a .099 batting average, and that's a success. Whereas with women, unless they're, they got nothing going on, they're not sexy at all, most of them, their batting averages are going to be pretty good because, they know their place. So if they're, kind of on the lower scale, like they're a 2, they're not going to be trying to, well, they might try with a 10, and the 10 might go, I'm hard up, I need some, so okay. Anyway, I thought it was funny, and he's talking about how, now he has a little scratch, he's got a little dough, and so that should make a difference, even though he's bald and redheaded. He's a redheaded, what do they call him, a ginger, he's a ginger. But he's like, at least I got some money now. He's like, yeah, but you're still, and his wife is like, you're still dressed in a pair of old ratty shorts, the same old Boston jerseys, and you're not dripping in diamonds, Yeah, well, this is the thing. Sometimes, it is sometimes easier to be alone. Even in a relationship, if you really give a shit, it's work. It's always, it's give and take. You got to go, oh, well, my wife is sick right now. Now, obviously, I was sick a couple days ago. I didn't feel good. I had a sore throat. I feel better. I'm not 100%, but I'm about 90% now. She got sick. Alex got sick. She went to the doctor yesterday. Doctor gives her the same medicine that I prescribe her. I'm like, you don't need to go to the doctor. Well, I got insurance. I might as well use it. And, I'm like, trying to argue with that logic is I'll never win. So I just, okay. So she's at home right now, poor thing, curled up on the sofa, feeling miserable. And I decided to, while I don't always like to stream here, I stream here usually in a pinch. That's kind of what I'm doing now because I don't want to stream at home and I don't want to bother her. I want to let her get her rest because if you know your women or your woman, A well-rested woman is a happier woman. So, there we go. There's another tip of the day. All right, let me see here. Right now we got 34.36 baht to the dollar, which is good. I'll take it. I'd like it to go 34.67, and then it just kind of hovers above 34.5, but I'll take this. It's close enough. Air quality is a moderate 83. However, in the next 2 days, it's going to be right up around 150, which is unhealthy. And really, I do feel it now in my lungs more than I used to. Maybe because I'm getting older, maybe because I'm more aware of what's going on with the air, but, you know. Listen, flowers is not the way to Beau's heart. Leaving her alone is the way to her heart. Don't bother her, let her come around, and she'll, you know, that's how I get to her. Do you need anything, honey? No. Okay, bye. You know, I got her some flowers a couple months ago. What was it, Valentine's Day, something like that. Got her some flowers, and you know, what'd you get me these for? Hey, Henry, how you doing? Good morning, everybody. And thank you. You know, I get her flowers, and I remember a long time ago, I got her like a dozen roses, you know, which cost me like, at the time it was like 240 baht or something. It cost me like $6, $7. She's like, what'd you get me this for? I go, what do you mean? You don't like them? Yeah, I like them, but they're going to die. Why don't you get me a plant? I'll never forget that. Why don't you give me a plant? At least that lives. You know. I don't want to get her chocolate because, what are you, trying to get me fat? You know. Can't win for losing. Sometimes you just gotta, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go over last night's video a little bit because I got this letter from the guy. So I guess I got a letter, or I received a letter. And it was interesting, just real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I do want to talk about why some people need to get the hell out of paradise, even if it's not really paradise. Pseudo-paradise. But before I go on, don't forget, guys and gals, ladies and gents, don't forget to click that thumbs up and subscribe if you like the channel, you like this particular stream, you like whatever I'm doing. I don't get that. She knows most of the time I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong, you know. I was telling one lady in the yoga class the other day, I forget what it was. It's like, I've been married forever. She's like, really? I go, yeah. Women are the last thing I want to think about. Never forget this phrase, and it was told to me by a Thai. You got one woman, you got one set of problems. You got two women, you got two sets of problems. You got 5 women, you got 5 sets of problems to deal with. One is enough. And for the most part, mine is not, she rarely, you know, gives me any problems. So usually it's the smaller things, like I'm tired. Why do you want to talk about this right now? Because we need to, there's a deadline. Yeah, but I'm so tired. I want to go to sleep. You know, and that's about it. Anyway, Sid will be in good hands when we leave because her brother is coming. So Sid is not going. I got 99 problems, and I can't remember any of them. Anyway, Sid will not be going to the, hey, Sawadee Kap, Mr. Carnivore. Today I am going grocery shopping for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, until we leave. and I am going to buy a couple of nice steaks, little ground beef, little bit of chicken, some kimchi, some cheese, maybe some lettuce, because I think I'm just about out of lettuce, and that's it. And I'm good to go until we leave. And then I'm going to have to get very picky and particular about what I eat. Top of the morning to you, lads. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? I got off track again. My mind's all over the place today. And you know what? That's one good thing about yoga. You go to your yoga, you practice for an hour, and by the time you're done, you're like, what was I thinking about before? My mind is clear. So, Fidelity Chronicles, Fidelity Carnivore, Carnivore Fidelity. I don't really get the what have you been up to look anymore, because my wife knows I'm either at home, I'm at the gym, I'm at a buddy's place, and she knows I'm there, or I'm grocery shopping. That's pretty much what I do now. Or I'm at the bank or something like that. Yeah, I got a lot more. I'm trying to get this video put together, but today I'm going to get, I think today or tomorrow, I'm going to get my phone fixed. The camera is just, it's gone. Let me see here if you can tell. Well, first of all, it's not really shaking that much, but I am on a mini tripod. However, it's not real sharp. So I think there's something going on with the camera, and that's going to cost me a couple $1,000 baht. And I need to do it before I leave, because this is my phone, this is my camera, this is everything. I don't want to have to go and buy a new phone. I don't want to have to use my kid's phone to videotape and, to shoot video or whatever. Anyway, so that's something I got to do today. I got to get my phone fixed, which is always a little bit of a pain, even though, the people are good that I deal with, but I always got to wonder, like, I'm going to take it in and get it fixed, and then like 3 hours later, it's going to be doing the same thing. Then I'll take it back. Oh, it's no problem. Don't worry. It will be okay. No, it is a problem. Those kind of things. Anyway, let me read this thing. This guy wrote me, Mr. Tom Berwick, he wrote me, what are your views on air pollution in Thailand? It sucks. That's put it as blunt as I can. It's the one thing stopping me from considering it as a place to move to. Can you recommend any places for expats that have low air pollution? Which I thought was a great that must be, those might be on your phone, but not on mine. Jesus Christ, I don't want to be disgusted every time I look at the pictures. Well, you should be inspired to go to the gym. I'm going today, and I'm going to row 2,000 meters. My goal is to get up to 5,000 meters on the rowing machine, like every other day. And then the other days on the bicycle and the, other stuff. Anyway, it's a routine now. I wish I could say, oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy I'm training, and I feel myself again, That's great. Anyway, but the pollution is an issue. And thankfully, see, right now, let me show you something. You see that? Now, not that I want any cakes and sweets and cookies or anything like that. I don't. Well, that is an issue, Carnivore Chronicles. That is a big issue. And quite frankly, listen, if the value of the dollar goes up, great. That's more power to me. Good for us. I have no mercy when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's like, it is what it is, and they do what they want to do, and you know what? You live by the sword and you die by the sword. That particular yoga instructor, she was supposed to teach yesterday, and for whatever reason she was out. And there was another girl there, lovely girl, and very good instructor. And she was very new, but she was very good. And it's funny because her mentor is the lady who is teaching today, who is an older woman. She's almost my age. And she is, she's solid. She's fit. So it was a nice time yesterday. It's always good to have somebody new. But the girl that you're talking about will be teaching tomorrow, and I'll go to her class tomorrow. I figured 4 times a week is enough. That's almost every other day. Anyway, the pollution. Let's get back to this. I get off track way too easy. Okay, so my thoughts, in a nutshell, 2 words: pollution sucks. Air pollution sucks. Now, here we are in this place here. Guess what? Customer comes in. There's only one girl that works here, and then I think the owner's daughter works here sometimes. Well, guess what? When I came in, the staff is not here. There's nobody here. Right now, customer comes in, nobody here. This is Thailand. No, it's not over. The air is still shit here. So let's just put it that way. Now, we all know about the noise pollution. If you're in the right area, you're not going to get that as much, at least. And during the elections, things get a bit crazier. There's all kinds of minivans and songtowns driving around and pickup trucks, and it's just too much noise. Good morning, Michael. And the littering and ground pollution. What do you call it when it's ground pollution, when it's pollution on the ground? I've forgotten. Been away too long. Well, now it's quiet because the girl is not here and the music ended and she hasn't had a chance to turn it back on now, and I think she's back now. Yeah. So this place, garbage, okay, rubbish, whatever you want to say. I've been saying it for a while, and it's so funny because I remember streaming, and I was walking down the street here, and some guy goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe you want to live in the middle of that garbage dump. You're just everywhere you look, it's garbage." And I was like, "Listen, in my village, it's not like that," and it's not. I took a look yesterday after I was talking about it in the last stream that I did. I took a look yesterday when I was coming home, and there's no garbage sitting there on the, like out in the middle of the street. And okay, so yeah, you got a couple. Columbia is spelled with an O, though, Bob. It's one of my pet peeves. Columbia is the rocket ship, with LO is the country. Now, I didn't even look at Columbia and Angela. I wouldn't live in Angeles City, Bob, if you gave me $1 million. I wouldn't. Seriously. The air pollution might be good there. See, immediately noise pollution. Just got to turn the music back on. I don't want to bitch. But the city in itself, is a shithole. Really, it's a shithole. Anyway, let me get back to this. I don't want to think too much about the noise pollution. I took a look around, and the places with the least amount of pollution, most of them are in Australia. She's gone again. That's it. She serves the customer, she leaves. She's gone. It's loud on my end. Maybe because it's right above me. Anyway, Australia has numerous cities that are considered amongst the best in the world for air quality. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and Estonia, and Zurich, Switzerland, all great places. Now, somebody responded yesterday and said, "Oh, you shouldn't complain about about Bangkok, and it's where you met your wife and kids, and had your kids, and that." Okay, I understand that. That's not what we're talking about, though. We're talking about the fact, because they want to make some real money. That's why. In the Philippines, you get paid shit. Yeah, well, first of all, here's the thing. Let me finish. And he said, you forgot Denmark. Now, I don't know if the pollution is better in, the air quality. Actually, Hawaii is very good, and that's another place. But I didn't say it because it's in the U.S. Okay? But he said Denmark, and he said, you should be, happy you met your wife there. Yeah, okay, I am. But that was not the topic. The topic was the pollution. And the pollution is shit here. I can feel it in my lungs right now. And, some of it has to do with the fact that I've been sick, but it compounds the problem. All right, another customer, no staff. This place is unreal. This is Thailand. Anyway, so those are the best places in the world. Now, I looked into some of the places that might be a little better as far as the cost of living. And surprisingly, Phnom Penh has done a big turnaround. They've lowered their pollution levels quite a bit. In pre-1997 in Bangkok, when I first came here, all the fuel was all diesel and they had not went to electric. They did not have the standards, the emission standards. Now there are some emission standards, but I don't know that they enforce them. But anyway, Phnom Penh is the best in Southeast Asia as far as a city. It's supposed to be the best, and it's number 97 in the world. So that tells you where Southeast Asia stands when it comes to pollution. But some of the better places in Thailand for for good air quality are Hat Yai, Sadao, Trang, Kampang Phet, Songkhla, Nakhon Si Thammarat, all these in the south. Nakhon Nayok, Phuket, Narathiwat, again in the south. Bantalat Yai, Koh Samui, and Koh Samui has a horrible problem with garbage. It's one publication called it Garbage Island. Now, as far as outside of the country, some places with semi-reasonable air quality, decent air quality, livable air quality. There are various places in Ecuador, Portugal, Costa Rica, Belize, and as I think Bob just said, Panama, Colombia. Some of the places have their air quality is quite good. I looked up Fort Lauderdale in Florida. The air quality is like 17. Why is it so high here in Bangkok? Now, apparently it was because of automobile emissions. Oh, come on, Yangon sucks, man. You think they got emission standards there? Have you ever seen some of the taxis that drive around? They're just old beat up pieces of shit from like the 1980s. They're just like the boats on the river. When every time they take off, there's black soot coming out of the back of them. Some of the most polluted places in the world: Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, which I gotta say, all around, if you look at the amount of garbage on the roads, if you look at the air quality, if you look at the water pollution, if you look at the noise pollution, Bangladesh is the worst place that I've ever been for pollution. It is absolutely horrible. The place stinks. A lot of the place stinks where I've been. You go out on the water. You know, it's like being on a canal except worse. You don't want that water popping up into your mouth. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? A couple of my customers at the garage I work at, they import a lot of California vehicles to Cambodia, so I can see why the pollution is getting better. Yeah, they've really made. They've made a big change, and I'm not one that really. I'm still not one that thinks Cambodia is the greatest place to move as an expat. But if you've got experience, you know, like if I was a single guy, would I want to move there? I still probably wouldn't. I'd rather go to Bali, you know. Now that's me. Yeah, and the hospitals are getting better in Phnom Penh. They do have a, what is it, Bangkok General there, I think. You know, a satellite. Gennaro, you may be joking, but I just don't understand the desire to move to a place simply for one freaking woman that you don't even know. Please, I don't want to call you a chowderhead. I'll call you a joker. You are the barista hunter, but come on. Jesus criminy. Yeah, exactly. Same quality as Bangkok Hospital, Pat. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I used to go to Cambodia when there were no ATMs. Well, you'd go there for a little barista hunting. I went to Cambodia. I used to go to Cambodia all the time when you used to have to bring cash. You used to have to bring US dollars, you know, or if you had any Cambodian riel, you'd bring that. But there was no way to get money other than to have somebody send like a FedEx with cash inside the envelope. And then came Western Union, and then came the ATMs. And so what a turnaround. If you really think about it, what a huge turnaround. And if you look at the riverside now down in Phnom Penh compared to how it used to be, and you look, I mean, granted, there's a casino there at the end of, I think it's Sithawath Kwai. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, couldn't they have put it on the outskirts of town? No, they didn't want to because they wanted all the people from town to go there and to be close to the hotels. Anyway, big improvement in Phnom Penh. I still don't know, could I live there? My buddy lives there, and he loves it, though. No. Never saw that at all. In Vietnam, there are some places with good air quality. Hanoi is not one of them. Hanoi is one of the worst polluted places. Thank you very much there, Alvin. I appreciate that. Thank you. Choke B to you. And as we know, Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai and up there in that region, not good, man. And that's why, you know, my wife has been like, oh, they should live up here. And, you know, I don't want to. I just don't want to. I like it up there. It's nice. I do like it. I don't like the in the city of Chiang Mai. I don't particularly like that because it's, you know, it's a tourist area. It's okay. But, you know, if you go out a little ways, yeah, there's some beautiful places, but there's always that lingering smog. There's always that knowledge that, oh, well, the burning season's coming. Now things are going to go from bad to worse. Don't get your panties all up in a bunch, Gennaro. It tends to be pretty good, actually. It is one of the better places in Thailand, although, it has its times also where it's not very good. But, that's to be expected. And one of the things that I said this yesterday in the video, is that I want to create a list of things that are must-haves and things that are deal breakers for a place to live. Because I find it difficult now after living here. I know the things that irk me here. I know the things I don't like here. I can't change the government. I can't change the way that the government runs. This is something I gotta accept or move. I can't do anything about the pollution other than move away from it. So there are certain deal breakers and certain things that you gotta have when you're picking a place. And maybe Gennaro, since you're one of the people who's going to be moving in the future, somewhat near future, maybe that's something you should think about. You should, make obviously you got to have a good banking system and all that. But let me go on here. India and China tend to be absolute shitholes when it comes to air quality. They don't care. You're breathing in the shit. You know what? If you're going to get cancer, if you're going to die from respiratory diseases, that's on you. Even though it should be, what is a government for nowadays? What do they do? Other than try to tell people what to do. All right, anyway. Now, anytime that I go out of Thailand, well, at least any time in the past, when I would leave the country, it didn't matter if I was going to the U.S., if I was going to Hong Kong, if I was going to Cambodia, wherever. I would deplete the surplus, deplete the stupid, deplete the chowderheads. Air quality, I think the environment is a very, very important thing to think about. Yeah, Bangkok it's not good. Right here it was 83 the last time I looked in Bangkok. And I honestly, Gennaro, I've vacillated back and forth about whether or not I would move here. If I had it to do all over again, would I move here? And honestly, I don't think I would. I really don't think I would. Food safety is not really that much of an issue unless you're eating on the street all the time, and there are some basic guidelines that you abide by, which if the place has a lot of people there and it's been around for a little while, it's probably they take care of their food and they care about the quality of their food. However, I was talking to a girl the other day, the yoga instructor. I expect under 50, but if it's 69, that's not bad. I understand why you wouldn't want to. But anyway, we were talking about it, and I'm like, listen, she's like, oh, do you like Thai food? I'm like, I love Thai food. I do. I really like it. The other day, I had a bowl of Khanom Chin Nam Chiao, which is, it's got liver and noodles, and it's, I don't even know what the hell's in it, but it's really good. And I was going to have some cow soy, but I decided not to. No, I don't usually eat that stuff, but I decided to because I haven't had Thai food in a while. And the reason I'm not eating Thai food, well, some of it, I'm going to blame it on Carnivore Chronicles. But I think it's a good thing. Because I like things like Pad Ki Mao, which is a noodle dish. And I like the noodles to be big. I like my Quit Teo with big noodles. I like Pad See Ew. Well, it might be, you could live in Jomtien maybe. And that might work for you. I don't know. Or maybe in the city, whatever. But and I start looking at all the different dishes. And I just go, God, they put sugar in this. They dump sugar in it. I'd like to get some cow moo, which is, is a pork dish, and it's great. If the broth is great, it's really, but they dump sugar in it, and I just, now that I know this, I'm very hesitant to eat a lot of Thai food. I want to make it, my wife is going to cook in Ecuador. She's going to cook for my buddy, and she's in Florida. She's going to cook for my parents. And, one of the things we talked about was don't put a whole lot of sugar in it. Try not to use any. And, the dish tasted a little different, but it's healthier. And that's something to think about. Now, as far as the quality of the food goes, yeah, I say, oh, well, if you go to a place on the street and there's a lot of people, yeah, okay, that's great. However, even the organic food, you got to question whether it's really organic or not. Or if it's just somebody saying it's organic, somebody that got paid off. You got to look on the outside, and sometimes you can see the pesticide. On the apples, you can rub the apples, and there's like a white substance that comes off sometimes. So do I really want to eat that shit? No. And this is the thing, Hua Hin I would pass on. Gennaro, if I were you, I'd consider Prachuap, the city of Prachuap, before I considered Hua Hin. It's close enough where you could just, you can jump right over there and go to a golf course if that's what you wanted to do. But the last time that Patia Bob and I and 2Q Asia, we all went together. Unforgettable trip. What surprised me was how much traffic there was. And yeah, okay, you got to deal with certain things. This is the thing, though. I don't want to deal with the traffic. And Steve was telling me the other day, he goes, when you're a young kid, did you think, oh, well, I'm going to be so lucky. I get to go in the monorail. It's going to be so much better than having to take a taxi or go in a car. What am I, a freaking cattle? You know what I mean? Well, I can't see some of these things here. Good morning, Mr. Andy. How you doing? I am happy that they'll get the monorail going. And it should be a little more than a week. The thing will be not fully operational, but the yellow line will be operational. And I think that the pink line is the one that's going to take longer, but that connects up. And, the yellow line will be able to connect up with a lot of different lines. Great. Yeah, okay, well, mass transit, blah, blah, blah. It's in about a week, General. About a week, and we are out of here. The wife's going to Blackpink. That's the big. To me, that's like it's a couple days before we take off, and it's like a little milestone. When we hit that, boom! Listen, I got all my clothes set aside. I'm starting to set more and more clothes aside, things that I'm going to be bringing, because all we're doing is carrying a backpack. That's it. Backpack, and we all have a backpack. The wife went and got a bunch of backpacks for the kids, a couple backpacks for the kids. They're very nice. I think I showed them the other day. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about my socks. My wife did get me one of those bands, those resistance bands that you can use. However, it's okay for certain exercises, but it's not very heavy duty, and so it's only like 15 pounds or 35 pounds or something. It's not enough. So I'm gonna go. Actually, that's what I was gonna say is tomorrow, perhaps tomorrow or Thursday, I will be going to. I don't know if it'll be Starbucks or where I'll go. I'll find a place. A coffee shop over at Mega Bang Na. And the reason, either that or I'll go over to Naomin. There's a decathlon store there, and they have a lot of stuff, reasonably priced, and they have these bands. I don't have to order it online and wait for it and worry about is it going to be shit quality. I can see for myself. So I'm going to get a heavier one because I do like them. They're pretty good, actually. So I should be able to, exercise on the road. And then there's another little cafe I found out about. This nurse that I know went to this cafe the other day, and I saw that she was there, so I may go to that cafe. So for the rest of the week, I think, I'll be at Bang Na. I'll go to this one little cafe. I think it's, what the hell is it called? The Crazy Cafe or something like that. And then there's one other place I want to go, which I don't remember the name of it right now. So I'll be out and about for the next couple of days. And I think on Saturday night, you'll go to the gym on Wednesday. You better do that there, 2Q Asia, because, these young girls might just thrash your hips. Actually, it's funny, but the yoga, there are certain exercises for your hips, and all I can think about when we're doing the exercise is, this exercise, this move will come in handy. One's when you're on your back. You lay on your back, you bend your knees, and you basically put your hands to your sides and you raise your hips up off the ground. Up, down, up, down. That's a nice one. And then the other one is, which was the other one? Oh, when you're like in a plank pose, and then you bring one leg forward, and your knee is bent, and then you drop your hip down. You drop your hips down. You have one leg straight behind you, one leg bent in front of you, so you're like in a lunge position, and you're doing your hip exercises. So there's your hip exercises to practice, 2Q Asia. Get you ready for all your action, whatever kind of action it might be, with whoever it might be. Can't keep up with all your activities. You or Chucky, I can't keep up with all of it. Anyway, I gotta read a few things. I do have some notes that I wanted to go over. It takes me a long time to get where I'm going, but I get there. Even when living in what may be considered paradise or an idyllic location, people can still experience the need for a break. People can feel the need for a break or a change of scenery, and I need that break. I feel the need. This feeling can arise due to monotony, burnout, a lack of social connections, and the need for exploration and growth. Well, that's kind of why I came to Thailand, to growth and exploration, and I'm saying that seriously. The reason that I came here was because I wanted an adventure. I wanted more out of life. I wanted to see the world. I didn't want to feel like I'm cooped up in this office, and for 2 weeks out of the year I can take off, or whatever it is. Oh, I get to go on a holiday for 2 weeks. Yay! Aren't I happy? Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Cabo San Lucas. Ooh. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in about a week. All right, so monotony. Regardless of how beautiful or peaceful a place may be, or whatever you think it is, oh, it's such a paradise. A routine or repetitive lifestyle can lead to a sense of monotony or boredom. I know that, and I do feel that sometimes, but generally I find a way out. Because, one thing that's good about the stream is, I may sit in my office for 3-4 streams in a row. I may not go anywhere, but then I decide I'm going to go to this place. And I go and I have a good time. Just getting out is good. It's a little bit of a change. It's breaks up the monotony. And, then when I go out of the country, it breaks up the monotony. Now, the thing is I'm really like I was telling, Chuck was messaging me yesterday. It is quite loud today. And I told him, hey John, how you doing? I don't have that same passion for travel, and mainly it's because I don't have the patience anymore to deal with sir, can you open your bag, please? Sir, do you have a laptop? Sir, take your belt off. Sir, do that. It's like, madam, fuck off. That's how I look at it. It's like, leave me the fuck alone, lady. I know you're trying to make the world a better place, but I've got like three pairs of underwear in the bag and 2 pairs of shorts. That's it. What gets me all the time with them, and I know I'm going to have it, is, well, this one you can barely see it now. If you see right here, it says 20, as in 20,000. They will look at this and look at this and look at this, and they'll look at it. I'll go, it's 20,000. Can you see the 20? And then you give you a grunt. And it's like, Jesus Christ, That's the kind of thing. It's like, I got one that's very, very clear. It says 10,000 on it. And they'll look at it. Are you faking this? Did you just print that on there and this is really some kind of an illegal device? You won't be heading back to Thailand until next year, really? Wow. Sounds like they need to close the door on the blender. Exactly. I threw a pack away because the label had peeled off. Yeah. This, that's the thing I don't enjoy anymore. It used to be, man, I would, all good. Oh, that's one thing, I didn't say anything in a day stream. I think I found out on Friday, she was approved for her Irish visa. So that means everything is a go, all systems go, we're on our way, we're gonna get on out of here. And if we had not got that visa, I was a little worried because, the travel agent, these tour companies can be pricks. And I was worried that they were going to go, oh, well, if she can't go, then the rest of the family can't go. And I was going to lose it because it's quite a bit of money. I mean, it cost us like $6,000. We haven't even bought the tickets to Ecuador yet. That's another $1,000. That's $7,000. I don't know, yeah, she will be. She will be. She will be. And I've already, I already know about Ireland. I don't know so much about Portugal. I was going to go down to the south. My buddy told me, if you want to go where all the tourists are, you're going to go down to the south. I go, really would rather not. So we can take a train up to Porto in the north or farther north, and it's only like $32 a person. It's not bad. Oh yeah, great. We'll get Be More Ron to come in and snipe me in Portugal. Gennaro Go in July. I know a really good coffee shop. Oh, fuck off, Dallo. Forget that coffee shop. I'm being nice now. That coffee was shit. That was some of the worst fucking coffee. Yesterday when I recorded my video, the reason I recorded it at that place was because there are no more Starbucks in the mall. Mankabi. All 3 Starbucks are closed. They have 2/3 of the mall is shut. You can't go to the center, you can't go to the right side, but you can't go to the center, which leads you up to the movie theater, which leads you up to the top floor Starbucks. Then there was the Starbucks on the second floor. That closed about a month ago. The ground floor has been closed for months. So there's no Starbucks. I was going to go, I don't want to record at home. I thought, oh, I'll go to the park. It's bloody hot out. I was like, no. I thought, can I come here? I thought, they're going to have the music on. Should I go down to another coffee shop down the street? Nah. So I just went into Happy Land here, and I go to this place. I've seen it before, and I've been there before, and their coffee is always shit. And this is one of those places, and I can't stand this, even in this day and age. Getting a little carried away here. Even in this day and age, I go, okay, could I have a single espresso, please? Because I know if I ask for a double espresso, they're going to put it in one of those big coffee cups. She says, are you going to drink it here? I said, yes, I am. She still gave me a big coffee cup. And she gave me a paper cup. And it was like that much coffee. I'm like, son of a bitch, this is not an espresso. You might be using espresso beans, but it's not an espresso. And so I'm sitting there, and you know, the video yesterday, first of all, the sound wasn't very good for whatever reason. But I initially started out and said, I'm here in Coffee Today, this little Coffee Today, and I gotta tell you, the coffee here is, and I said something like, fucking abysmal. Tastes like shit, it's like mud. I'm like, this is not good. The espresso is not 1 ounce of water or 2 ounces of water. It tastes like shit. Listen, I found another Starbucks. Damn it, I can't remember the name of it. It's a Starbucks. That's where I need to go this week. I forget the name of it. It's a special kind of a Starbucks, and it's in like a British house or something, you know, British style house or something like that. Yeah, the coffee club on that I used to go to and meet up with people is closed now. It's been gone for months. No more coffee club. But anyway, that Coffee Today, I was like, eh. Even at the coffee club, I said, could I have I wanted a caramel macchiato. I was very surprised about this. And what did they do? They poured instead of putting real caramel on top of the espresso and the foam, they got that syrup that tastes like caramel. And they poured that in. It tastes like shit. And I was like, this is not a caramel macchiato. Well, this is a caramel. It's not caramel. That's a caramel syrup. It's shit. There's no coffee club near Bonkeby. But they're all over the place. There's one on Whittier Road. They're all over the place. Anyway, let me go on here. I got to finish up. I got to get through this. It's a Starbucks Reserve, but there's a special name for it. It's like the Starbucks House or something like that. I forget I never had heard of it. And then I saw some chick in my Instagram. She went there, and I was like, oh, I gotta check this out. I learn a lot from the Thais on Instagram and Facebook. Not so much Facebook. Okay, number 2. One of the reasons why people need to get out of paradise. Burnout. Listen, I'm suffering from monotony and burnout. Living in paradise-like setting, although Bangkok is hardly a paradise-like setting, doesn't exempt individuals from work-related stress. You guys are stressing me out. Personal struggles or everyday challenges. Over time, these pressures can accumulate and result in burnout. It's called YouTube burnout. Taking a break can provide an opportunity to recharge and regain perspective. That's what I was going to say, is sometimes I will go away, and when I come back to Thailand, 99% of the time, I always feel better. I'm like, I'm back home. Now, once in a great while, like the time I came back from Hong Kong, and I was like, I'm home. All right, I made it. I'm alive. I go to the taxi stand. I get the little ticket. I go into the taxi. Wait, I get my taxi. I go to the taxi. And the driver's like, 500 baht, okay? And I go, fuck off. I go, you see this? Turn the fucking meter on. He said, 400. I go, listen, turn the fucking meter on or let me out. Okay, no problem. And I'm like, no, it is a problem. You fucking asshole. That happens once in a great while, but it didn't happen all that often. All right, social connections. While paradise locations can offer stunning natural beauty, some places, yeah, not Bangkok. Not many places in Bangkok offer stunning natural beauty. They may lack social networks or a diverse community. The absence of close friends or a sense of community can lead to feelings of loneliness or isolation, prompting the need for a break to reconnect with loved ones or seek new social experiences. Yeah, I got my wife and kids. I got a few friends here. Be honest, a lot of them have moved away. Two of my best friends have moved away. One guy, I don't know where the hell he is. He's probably in New York. He was a good friend of mine for many, many years, the cop. He's gone, long gone. I don't know where the hell he is. My other buddy is now in Cambodia. I got Jono. Me and Jono don't see each other as much as we used to. And it's some of it is because he doesn't want to leave his bubble. He just doesn't. He doesn't leave his bubble unless it means he's going to go get some great mozzarella from, 3 blocks away. And I don't want to go over there unless I have something to do. So we don't get to see each other as much as we should. Oh, I'm sure I'm demonetized, Dallo. Every single stream is demonetized, and then I have to request a review. I think it's probably some kind of a scam where they automatically demonetize you. Then you have to remember to request to remonetize the video. But they're going to limit this because of the music. So there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, well, you're a friend. Bangkok Hospital Phnom Penh, 100 beds and not all testing available. Bangkok Hospital Pattaya, 3,000 beds. Cambodia has a long way to go to catch up. Besides, they're still a communist government. Yeah, effectively they are. And yes, they do have a long way to catch up, but they are catching up, and at least Phnom Penh is getting better. And I'll tell you something, my buddy who's there now, Scott, he and I went on a trip. We went overland from Thailand to Phnom Penh. And I forget how we got there. I think it was Poi Phet. We went through Poi Phet, which is a real shithole. And we took I've told this story before, but we got a car. We split the cost of the car. It was like $50 back then. We just paid the money, and the guy was going to drive us. And we're driving. It's all dirt roads, and you got to go over. There's 3 ferry rides you have to go on. And, I still have a picture where we're sitting on the side of the road waiting for the ferry to come, and there's like big, like 400-pound pig walking around shitting all over the place. We're sitting in the car, all these guys sitting on the side of the road doing whatever they do, squatting down. And I'd like to go there with you, actually. That would be good. That would be good. But I've said this before, but we were driving down the road and it starts pouring rain, and the guy's hauling ass. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta see my wife later. That 5 minutes I get to spend with her is really gonna help. She's mad at me because I'm out making money with the customers and I'm taking too long. I don't know what the deal was, but he was hauling ass, and we're like sliding around, and we're like looking at each other going. And next thing you know, we slide off the side of the road and we go down into a ditch. And he had to call somebody to come pick us up. We thought we were going to die. Now the roads are paved. So things are getting better. Oh, here comes a foreigner. Sure, I'll get a little stare. Oh, what are you doing there? Oh no, is he walking by? This girl trying to talk him out of it? I don't know. No. No. Anyway. Oh, Jesus. Scratch that last comment. In between. Anyway. As far as the social connections go, yeah, sometimes, well, you would have been, oh, no. There's another one that came in with the guy, and it's not everything, everything is not always as it seems, if you know what I mean. I want to be nice, I want to be respectful. Yeah, there's times when, there's times when it'd be nice to go out and play some pool with a buddy or something like that, and it's right down the street. It's not always such a big deal to, to go and see somebody. It's like, oh, well, Bangkok's a big city. It's like freaking New York. Sometimes I want to go see a buddy or whatever, and it's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to take a motorbike, then I'm going to take the boat, then I'm going to take another motorbike, then I'm going to take the SkyTrain, then I got to walk, and it's like, hour and a half to go there, 2 hours. And then you hang out for 3 hours, and then you got to take another hour and a half or 2 hours to come back. So it's a full day, as opposed to just, jetting on over. It takes 10, 15 minutes. The person lives in the same little town where you live. He is sick, believe me. He's a sick one. He's a sicko. So, that's something I gotta say is that I am definitely looking forward to seeing my family and to seeing my buddy in Ecuador, because I haven't seen him in years. And he's a great guy, smart guy. I can hang, and he's been to Thailand. He spent some time here. He's well traveled, and now he's an expat in another place, at least part-time for now. And so we have a lot in common. We're both really smart. And so that'll be nice to catch up with him. But it'd be nice to catch up with my family and, my mother and father and my sister and her kids. And they're all, on their own path now. My kids are on their own path now. Everything's different from the last time that we went there, which was 7 years ago. Jesus Christ, I can't believe that. Because my mother came like 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years, 4.5 years ago, something like that. So I need that. Take it easy, Andy. I need that break from here. And the other thing is that I haven't been out of Southeast Asia in 7 years. Every place that I've been has been in Southeast Asia. So, if you've been here a while, you'll understand. Sometimes it's good to get back to like where you come from. And even though some, listen, if I was living in Koh Samui, I'd probably be bitching about people, they can't even put things in a garbage can. But I love the beaches and I'd be loving life, right? But you still got stuff to bitch about. But I'm in Bangkok. Okay. I've already said, when I come back, I'm going to have to figure out a way. We're going to figure us out something. I think we will figure something out where we have a little place down in the south somewhere where we can just take a minivan. We can take a quick flight, whatever it might be, train, and go down somewhere near the beach where we can just kind of get away and it's more quiet. Even a little studio apartment with that's 5 minutes from the beach is great. That's perfect. But it'll be nice to get back to the West. And then once I'm in the West, maybe I will appreciate coming back to Thailand again, especially if I'm going to get a little place. We're going to get a little place down in the South. I don't know. We'll see. So the monotony, burnout, social connections, and this is the thing. You have to learn how to be alone. because there's going to be times when you'll be alone. I personally don't want to live in an area where, oh, you know, Joe just moved here. He got married to this, you know, to his, you know, I don't want to live in some little village. You know, I've been there. Come on. Been there several times. Yeah, it's pretty nice there, you know. It's, I don't know, you know, I mean, I thought about Koh Chang to the east. I thought about Chantaburi, which has pretty good air quality. Yeah, going back, well, I mean, this is not a trip we do all the time, and the reason is because for 4 people, a trip is quite expensive. And we just don't have that kind of, those kind of Enron connections and, you know, big stock dividends coming in where we can just easily buy first class tickets to go to the United States and back all the time. Anyway, exploration and growth, number 4. People often have a natural inclination for exploration and personal growth, which is why I came here. Living in a paradise setting may limit opportunities for personal and professional development. Taking a break allows individuals to expand their horizons, explore new environments, and challenge themselves in different ways. I still am interested in Costa Rica. I'm interested in Costa Rica. I'm interested in Ecuador. I did mention Belize, but I don't know. I'm interested in the United States Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands is very, very nice. It's all about the cost, though. For me, it's about the cost. I don't have, you know, I don't have 10, 20 grand coming in every month for the rest of my life. I don't have that. And some of these locations, they're going to take more money than I can afford, and so that rules them out. That's just the way that it goes. You know, most people are not going to be saying, well, you know, Zurich sounds really good. I can go skiing all the time. Yeah, I'll just go on my, you know, my post office pension where I have, you know, $3,000, $4,000 a month coming in, and I've got another $1,000. You're going to be living in the poverty level, you know. If that's what you want, more power to you. But anyway. Yeah, I need to get back home. And you know, Bo has said to me, why don't you stay home? Why don't you stay home with your parents for longer? Stay here longer. And you know, first of all, because I don't know that they want me to. Second of all, what am I going to do? I'll probably be bored out of my head. And third, you know, if the time comes that I or we need to live or want to live in the United States again, then okay, fine. I'm okay, one way or the other. I've had my share of Thailand. I've had my fill. I've been here a long time, and I'm open to anything. You know, and I think that's something that you know, some people, they're not open to anything. They come here and they go, oh, this is the greatest place. I'm never going to move from here. And then they get locked down here. I'm not locked down here. We're not locked down here. We just, once you put your kids in school here, you're talking about a freaking bundle of money to move them somewhere else, to put them in another school. You know, so it's kind of like, once you start on your path, you better be sure of it. When you say you've had your fill, does that mean anything else? I can't keep up with you, dude. No, it doesn't mean anything else. Only you would think those kind of things. Anyway, listen, don't forget about my website at americaninbangkok.com. Don't forget about the shirts and the hats and the mugs and all that other kind of stuff. Don't forget about the thumbs up, the subscribe, the join, the this, the that, the yada, yada, yada. Join my Instagram. Doesn't cost you anything. Follow me on Instagram. That's where I put a lot of the fitness stuff up. Actually, there is a photo up there right now of the class that I was with yesterday and the young woman who taught it. It was a lot of fun. And today should be fun too. And I'm looking forward to it because I did my lifting the last 2 days. I've pretty much quit Facebook. I don't really post any personal thing anymore. The only thing on IG, if you look on IG, I think I've posted one photo in the last year, and I've just posted stories and they disappear. When the time comes, I will get off everything. I may keep the accounts, but I will just stop posting. And the time will come, it will come, as long as I stay alive, knock on wood, or Formica. Yeah, I think it's important to remember what's important. And for me, social media is important now just because it helps promote my channel, which, you know, I would say this channel is mildly successful. You know, I have a good core group of people that watch, and I'm grateful for that. But, you know, I don't have millions of subscribers. I'm not successful like that, and that's okay. But in a couple of years, whenever I say enough is enough and it becomes just something I do if I feel like doing it, not because, hey, it's the Daily Mallon Show. That time will come soon. See if I can do this here. Then I have to figure out something else to do with my life. You know? But I am looking forward to this trip. I'm not looking forward to going to Abu Dhabi, to the airport. And quite honestly, yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Dublin, you know, for the day, but yeah, you know, same with Amsterdam. Been there, done that. With Dublin, I haven't been there, so it'd be nice to go in, then have a beer. I don't know if I'll have a Guinness, because apparently locals don't really drink Guinness all that much. They're not like so into Guinness as foreigners are. So I may just have some Irish stew and some Irish beer with the family. We might have a nice meal, and then we might go to one place for the day, and then we'll come back. Go to the airport, hang out, you know, inspect all the toilets for 2Q Asia. So if he's ever there, he knows what it's all about, which, you know, brings up another subject. And that subject is the lack of the bum gun. I don't care, those portable bum guns, just, they're not the greatest. But there's always the shower. I think the only thing that my mother said that she thought that I would love it there, and that I would have I could have a really good life there, and it would be worthwhile, except that the weather is shit. Much of the year the weather is not very good, and that's a deal breaker. I mean, do you want to? It's like living in Seattle. You want to live in a rainy, gloomy kind of, I don't, you know, I just don't. And I may love Ireland, and, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll spend 3 months out of the year there in the future. Who knows? I don't know, you know. I don't know if it'll be possible. We'll see, you know. This is the thing. And I was thinking about something. I went to Hialeah, Miami Lakes High School. And all I remember of the song that used to be played all the time was the first two sentences. Who knows what the future brings, or where we'll be tomorrow. Then it was like times to laugh, times to cry, blah, blah, blah. But I like the whole who knows what the future brings or where we'll be tomorrow. Well, then maybe I will have it. I don't know. Not Hialeah, Miami Lakes. It's a different high school. It's right on the border of Miami Lakes and Hialeah. I lived in Miami Lakes. What is that? Oh, it's some guy smoking. I saw all the smoke coming up. I was like, what the hell is this? Anyway, I think it's imperative that no matter where you are, you take a little bit of a break once in a while to recharge the batteries. Well, really, I don't know. I know somebody who's been there, and he was like, try some other beers. Don't just concentrate on Guinness. I'm not going to go on the Guinness tour. I thought about it first, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to push it. We're not going to be pushing the pace. We'll just kind of, take a little stroll around in the city, stop in at some little pub, and, Highlight in Florida. I've been to Highlight many times, and I like it. It's a good game. I'm not a drinker, so probably one or two beers. 2 beers is probably my max. 2 pints. I'd have 2 pints. I'd have a pint, and then, okay, we're out of here, and we'll go somewhere else, and we'll have a meal, and then I'll have a pint with the meal. And that'll be it. So. But, why do you think people always go on vacations when they can? Because they got to get, they're like, I've had enough. I got to get out of here. This sucks. And, there's a lot of people in the U.S. who are like, and, even young people who are like writing me or who have written me in the past, and they're just crying about how bad it is there. Oh, my God, I can't stand it. And I'm like, how old are you, 23? I'm like, all right, try putting up with it for another 20 years and see what you're like then. You think you're bad now? Wait for 20 years and see what it's like. Bushmills. Make a good live stream. Okay, Gennaro. I'll find those barista. Gonna have to find those barista for you. Anyway, interesting. It'll be good. But this is the thing too. The reason that I've changed up some of the subject matter to be expat stuff with talking about working out, talking about Chowderhead stuff. I know how you are. I know how you are. I know what you mean. I can read your mind now. You say a couple of words, I know. Boom, barista. Boom, hottie alert. I know. I don't know if I'll be able to. We'll see. It depends on what kind of quality of internet I get. And I know it's like, I don't know how many hours you get or what it is. I don't remember. But it's like 1,300 baht. Kiss the Blarney Stone. Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot all about that. It's good you reminded me. Or I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, that's pretty touristy. That's a thing. I don't want to do touristy. But my wife might want to.
We really gotta go to the Blarney Stone. Come on, honey. Let's go pick a 4-leaf clover.
She doesn't know all that much about it. She is so sick. She doesn't want to hear about it. She doesn't want to think about it. And quite honestly, I told Nicholas, don't come over. Don't come home yet. His no tongue allowed. Well, I'm a mutt. Ireland, England, I think Russia and Hungary, or something like that. I got it written down somewhere. I got a little folder with. Wow. I'll take what I can get. Jesus Christ.
If you kiss the Blarney Stone, I'll give you $2. You gotta use tongue, though.
I'm sure the Irish would appreciate that. This is what I mean. What I was going to say is the reason that I change things up, I try to change things up on the stream sometimes, and I know sometimes it can be monotonous or whatever, but, you know, the reason is because I got to change things up. I get bored. Sometimes enough is enough. It's like, imagine, Gennaro, you live in LA. All right, if you want to, can't help you right now. If the super chats come, I'll make the hotties come. That's how it works. It's not the other way around. Oh my God, I should do that. I have to buy some Lucky Charms. I'm gonna bring a little bag and put Lucky Charms in it, and then in the hotel I'll get some milk and I'll pour it. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. That would be funny. Drive out somewhere, out into a green pasture somewhere, on somebody's farm. How you doing? I'm going to eat some Lucky Charms here. It's as Irish as you get here, laddie. Oh God, they're magically delicious. Let's see here. Can I do this? There you go.
Sweaty Betty.
You think about it, John. If you were in LA, right in your neighborhood or your favorite haunts, and you were doing live streams, and you were doing, Merry Christmas. I can't believe they still. I didn't even want to get into about this place here. Now I don't know if I don't think I streamed here in the past. They used to own a restaurant right next door. Now there's a salon there. They closed that up a long time ago. The food wasn't bad. It was all right, I forgot what the hell I was going to say. Oh, so Gennaro, if if you said, okay, Scott, I'm going to take you out and show you my favorite places here in LA. La Lisa alert. Thank you very much, Carnivore. You are a gem of a man, and you helped me so that I was not shut out again today. I feel worthwhile now. I feel I have value. I'm high value. Thank you, and Chug D. So you take me out. We go out. We stream. We make a video. Yeah. And then you have to do that for the next 10 plus years. Well, that's me. That is me. So, maybe this will help to replenish the channel, refresh. It'll provide some refreshing new content. I still haven't put up the stuff from Chiang Mai, Qingdao, and all the places where I went with Steve. We were talking about it the other day. Both of us haven't put this stuff up. He's like, I got stuff from 3 years ago I haven't put up. He's like, I got stuff from before the pandemic I still need to put up. And I'm like, it's not time sensitive. Oh, God. Dallo. How much does Vegemite cost, Dallo? Tell me a little jar of Vegemite. How much does it cost? A couple bucks. Oh yeah, I was talking about Nicholas not coming over because I don't want him to get sick. We're all trying to get better so that by the time we leave, we are not sick at all. We feel good. We feel strong. We don't want to have any lingering coughing or any reason for some immigration guy to go, we're going to give you an anal swab. Bend over. Two-quarters Asian, I suggest that you eat more kimchi if you got gas. $10 Aussie. Okay, in lieu of Vegemite, an American in Bangkok would prefer a cash donation. It doesn't have to be to me, it can be to your favorite charity. In lieu of Vegemite, I would prefer that. I'll pass on the Vegemite, just like I'll pass on the cockroaches. Or what is that, the nasty sheep shit, whatever it is in Scotland, they put underground, and or the balut in Philippines. I'll pass on all that shit. I don't know how to eat Vegemite, so Dallo prepares it the proper way. I try to. Yeah, but I can tell you, and Carnivore Chronicles, maybe you can chime in, but while I do occasionally pass wind, I am not ripping them left and right like I used to when I was eating like peanut butter and honey and banana sandwiches, or big plates of Thai food, or what the hell is it? Crab stick salad sandwiches at Starbucks. I don't pass wind anywhere near as often as back then. And what's funny is that, speaking of Starbucks, because they have like a kind of like a chicken mushroom pie, my mother actually said, will the kids eat pot pie? I'm like, the kids will eat damn near anything. Don't worry about it. You have too much? Well, mine are crisp and clean, and they are periodic, but they are not. Every other, every 3 minutes. My colon is healthy as can be right now. My bunghole is chipper as can be. Zero carbs equals zero farts. Yeah. So, I saw this guy. I don't know if he watches the channel, but I think he does. And he was doing these kettlebell things. Now, I never have used kettlebells. I saw him doing these kettlebells on Instagram. And I'll get to the reason why I'm bringing the kettlebells up and the exercise on it. Anyway, guy's pretty fit, a lot younger than me. probably about 20, 25 years younger than me. He's doing these kettlebell exercises where you basically lift the kettlebell up, and then I just needed to see the technique, and I got some real light kettlebells and did them. And you basically, you flip them out to where the kettlebells are outside your arms, and then you press them up. So he had a little clip where he was doing 20 kilos with each hand 6 times. So I did some real lightweight. I mean, I'm talking about light. They're like 6 kilos, 8 kilos, these kettlebells, just to get the technique right. And it was still a little, I don't have much experience with it, so I'm still trying to get the technique right. So I grabbed the 20 kilogram kettlebells and I did 2 reps. And then I was like, well, I got to get my wrist. I have some wrist problems. Don't say it too QH. I don't want to hear it. My wrists are bad. My hands are bad. And I feel it when I'm lifting them. But also my technique is shit. I still need to really get into it and practice. And just work on the technique before I start thinking about the weight. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because on his IG, I saw that. Thank you very much, there, Mr. Dallow. First half a pint on you. I love it. Choke knee to you. 2 gutters Asian. Exactly. That'd be the better username. But I saw that he was eating something, and he had this nice steak, and he had this, it looked like it was mashed avocado, some, cut up avocado, and then he had a couple of fried eggs, and that was his meal. And I thought, son of a bitch, that looks good. So today I'm going to go out and get some avocado, some steaks, and I'm going to remember to do, because, I've probably been eating a little too much bacon, although the last couple of days I've got off the bacon. And they used to have these fantastic sausage in the grocery, and the bastards, they run out, then they don't order it again. And I'm like, what's the problem with this? It's Gobbler sausages. Great name, Gobbler. They had all these different kinds of sausages. They had English breakfast sausage, Italian sausage, sage and rosemary. They had pad krapow sausage, which I didn't want to eat, but that was all they had left. And they were fantastic. I'm not watching Dorian Ryder. I'm not getting into YouTube. Nothing against him. I don't know him from Adam. I've heard of him, and that's enough. But they don't have those sausages anymore. And I'm like, I'm not buying, like CP. If you know what CP is, they have all kinds of foods here. They're a huge company. I think the guy's the richest Thai, the richest person in Thailand, the richest company. Anyway, I just can't bring myself to eating those kind of sausages. I've got to have good sausage. And in the mall right now, they have shit sausage. So I'm not eating sausage. There is some bacon that is pretty good. I think it's called Be Lucky or something like that, and theirs is very good. It's quite tasty, very good, but I just saw that guy's meal and I thought, son of a bitch, this is the kind of stuff I need to be eating all the time. So today's a shopping day, although I'm leaving in a few minutes to go do my hour of yoga and my 2,000 meters on the rowing machine. So it's a light workout today. And then I'm going to go to the grocery and I'm going to buy whatever I need, and I'm going to have myself a fantastic lunch, fantastic keto lunch, and I can't wait. I haven't eaten anything today. And I like going, 2Q Asia, I think you need to come in for a yoga class, if not for any other reason than to look at the ladies. But I would like to see you do it. But just don't come in after you've eaten. Because I used to worry, am I going to come in here and I'm going to start twisting and next thing you know I'm going to rip a big one? And I thought to myself, well, what's the worst that's going to happen? I shard? Or I rip one? Okay, if it happens, it happens. You go, excuse me, I gotta use the facilities. And people laugh, and then you go, Yes, I have some more yoga pics, Dallo. I will put them up as I can. I have a lot of video, but right now, like I said, my phone is, I've got to pay to get my camera fixed on my phone. I don't know how that's going to work. May have to get another phone. That's going to be a major pain in the ass because I can't afford to pay 30 or 40,000 baht for a freaking iPhone. So hopefully the changing of the camera is like $60, $70. That will help everything, and I'll be back in business. Otherwise, I'll be commandeering Alex's phone or my wife's. I'll be like, that phone's mine for now. Until we get back to Thailand, that phone is mine. Anyway. Yeah, listen. Okay, it's great. He banged her. Okay. And now? Listen, there have been some chicks that I've been with, and I went, how on earth why was she with me? I was like going, what the fuck? She's next level, baby. What the fuck did she see in me? Then I was like, okay, well, yeah, all right. Maybe she liked that. Maybe she just liked my charming demeanor. I don't know. That's the thing about chicks. You never sell yourself short, because some chicks are going to see something in you and they go, oh my God, he's so cute. And you're looking at yourself going, cute? Say what? So you never sell yourself short, and you try to hit above your average. There was a couple of times when I was like, thank you. I'm not a religious man, but I was going, thank you, God. I can't believe it. And I'm glad that I can say I've had those moments in my life now. And in fact, you tell her directly. In fact, I remember calling my buddy in Ecuador up once. And telling him, dude, you should see this chick I'm with right now. Oh my God, all the time. I was just going on and on. This is 30 years ago. And he's like, take pictures. Wasn't quite as easy back then, just to whip out the phone and take photos. Plus, I didn't want to give her a reason to go, that's it, I'm leaving. I thought you were different. I thought you were another kind of a guy. You appreciated me for me and my inner being as opposed to my outer shell. Well, I appreciate your inner being, but I sure in the hell appreciate your outer shell, honey. I'll never forget that. I actually called them up. It was like 3 a.m, here in Thailand. And I called them up just to tell them, you won't believe this chick. Oh my God. I actually did that. Now I don't think at my age I would ever do that. If I was single, I would never do that. So I'd be like, hey, another tally one for Scotty. Anyway, listen, this place is getting busy, and I have got to go. I got a lot to do today. I got a lot to do this week. I think tomorrow I'll be in Bang Na. I don't know. I'm not positive, but I think tomorrow I will be. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be Thursday, but I should be somewhere tomorrow. So, tune in. Same Mallon channel. What is it? Same bat channel, same bat station, same Mallon channel, same Mallon station. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's all I have. Choke the little jerk on my. Yes. Everybody always says jerk on. Jerk on. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. You know, in my interactions, that's what I hear most of the time. Anyway, choke the little jerk on mine. Jerk on mine. Jerk on. Pop on my. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Whatever. Coke me a jerk my. Oh, God. The Daily Mallon is keeping me out of the gym. Dowlow, I don't want to hear your sorry-ass excuses. Get on the treadmill while you're watching the stream, listening to the stream, whatever it may be. Get on the treadmill. Walk outside. No excuses there, big boy. All right, I got to go. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. And goodbye. Jerkin'.